Hello ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to Force Strategy Gaming. Today we will be taking a look at The Darkness 2. Developed by Digital Extremes and published by 2K Games, The Darkness 2 is an intense first-person shooter that delivers a twisted and gripping narrative of tragedy, modern crime drama, and supernatural horror. And with the stock game description out of the way, yes, it is basically a first-person shooter with a twist. We're going to start the game off now. It begins a little bit slow and with some narrative, but hang in there because you might just find a game you're interested in.
My father once told me, you can't outrun your fate, but you sure as hell gotta try. My name is Jackie Estacado. When my fate caught up with me, I was given all the power I wanted, and more. So much it consumed me. But even with all that power, I still couldn't save the one thing I loved.
He's coming too.
What the hell are you doing? He's awake.
Good. Keep him focused.
I like the way he feels. He feels sticky.
Go about your duties. When the transfer is complete, then we'll have what we came for. I want you to believe me. I wish this could have been any other way, Jackie. But we all have tough choices to make, and this is yours.
So you're the fucker who tried to hit us at the restaurant, huh?
Don't talk and don't think. Just listen. You've been keeping something that was once lost. Something that doesn't belong to you. Now you have to choose to give it back. What happens to you is of secondary concern. I only care about one thing. I want the darkness.
Alright, so that was the beginning, and now we're going to go back in time a little bit. He's now being nailed up, and we're going to just take a walk through the events that led up to this. Here I am, just a modern man. Actually a crime lord, I believe he is. The head of a gang? Something along those lines. So the game is, it's pretty interesting, actually, and as I stated before, it starts off a little slow, but hang in there because it might just be something you're interested in. It's a first-person shooter, but you're also basically harnessing the power of darkness, in which you get some demonic sort of abilities. It's pretty cool. Also a little bit crazy. Artistic style, as you can see, it's a little cartoony, kind of cel-shaded. Isn't ultra-realistic, but the art style looks neat. I like it, and I think it fits the game very well as well, because it is dark, but at the same time a bit comical.
Hi, Jackie. Remember us from the Candy Club? Well, do you? Sure he does.
Trust me, ladies. I wish I did.
Some bimbos. Generic video game bimbos. Oh, she got shot in the head.
Oh, shit.
For some reason, I'm not that sad about it. Alright, so things are about to get real. Normal night on the town, all of a sudden. Dun dun dun, The Darkness 2. So, here we go, guys. This is where the actual gameplay and combat begins. Kind of.
Oh shit, look at his legs.
Start off with a gun, and you can do a little shooting, but it doesn't pick up still for another couple of minutes.
These guys off our ass. Finish. I'm gonna slaughter these pigs.
Basic shooting here are for reload. Left mouse button to shoot. Right mouse button is zooming. The shooting in this game, it's a bit, as you can see, it takes a few rounds to knock someone down. I would not exactly call it ultra realistic, but then at the same time, I mean, what do you expect from a game like this? You're being basically possessed by a demon, and very, very soon you're going to see the type of powers that yield you. But yeah, I almost feel like I wish that the actual gunplay was a little more realistic. I don't like having to unload, you know, 5, 6 plus rounds into a guy's chest for him to drop on the ground. Headshots will work. The targeting in this game isn't exactly the best. It does appear like there is some sort of auto target. By zooming in, it'll lock you on center mass, I believe. That's nothing I've 100% confirmed, but I do think that that's in place. There's a van.
Hold on a sec.
And this is funny.
Gotta catch my breath. Oh, you gotta give me a second, Jackie. I ain't been to the gym in weeks.
It's like, all right, we're being attacked, and you haven't been. So this kind of shows you how there's a little bit of a sense of humor thrown into the dialogue that takes place in this game, and I like that actually. I like kind of it's a very obviously stark contrast to the otherwise darkness. No pun intended. The otherwise darkness that's involved in this game.
You gotta take both pieces so I can lift you up. All right.
And now you realize you can dual wield. And again, pretty standard in terms of the actual controls. Left and right mouse button will be firing the left and right gun. It's pretty much everything you expect in terms of shooter controls. We're under siege! Oh no. How awful, huh?
Smell gas. Hurry up.
And there's gas leaking out from the stove. And this guy's taken 10 years to break through that because he hasn't been in the gym in weeks. Pathetic. And unfortunately, here comes the cocktail. Alright, well, that should be the end of us, right? Normally, I would imagine. However, the main character here has some abilities. Oh, here we go.
You're too stupid to give the darkness the fear and respect it deserves, Jackie. It prefers the company of a moron it can control, and it loathes the sight of an intelligent man who can control it. Now I'll ask just once. Will you give me the darkness of your own free will?
Why don't you try and take it if you're such a fucking genius?
If you read anything but comic books and menus, you'd know there are rules. The host may only give up the darkness by choice. I'm afraid I have to help you make that choice. Mr. Peevish, if you'd be so kind.
Watch this, pretty boy. It's your own personal snuff movie.
The darkness made you watch your girlfriend's murder. Your first meaningful act as its host was one of submission. Face it, Jackie. You can't control the darkness, and you never could. Best to give it back to the people who can. That stream of dark essence flowing into the siphon tells me you're already thinking of giving it up. Let's see if I can grease the wheels of that decision.
So the darkness is essentially this kind of omnipotent being, I guess we could call it, that's been around for ages. And then light came into the picture, and you know they even, I think they even reference God in the story, in the history of this thing. But so basically, it's something that possesses people, and with it you gain these supernatural powers. And we're just about to actually see what that entails in terms of supernatural powers. That'll be displayed to us here in just a moment, as we're back to the past and remembering what happened, as opposed to our modern day being nailed up on a cross, kind of, I guess. It's really funny. Huge biblical references. So here's the darkness speaking to us. And it says, "At last I feed." By hitting E, unleashes the darkness. And then all of a sudden you will see, look at this. It's like Alien all over again. Crazy tentacle, snaky type monsters, and you pretty much just rip through people. And this is what makes it not a normal first-person shooter, as you can clearly tell. These things throw, and your powers from the darkness throw a very interesting dynamic into the combat in this game.
Jackie?
Here's our buddy Vinny.
What the fuck just happened, Vinny? Who hit us?
I don't know, boss. I don't know. After the explosion, I saw some guy with a limp. He had some weird-looking fucks with him. Nobody I recognized, though.
Where'd that piece of shit go?
They headed down the alley. The rest of our crew's out front, so you can meet up with them on the street. I'll be right there. I just need to get my wind back. Give him hell, Jackie.
Alright, so now we're going to spend a few minutes going through the basic controls. Hitting backspace will show you your objective. It's also going to guide you to it. Tapping Q allows you to grab glowing objects. Now you can pick up people that are dead, but you can also pick up things like this. And then you can also throw them for hilarious impales. So using picking up, you know, projectile type objects will let you impale. And whenever you notice the subtitles down below, that yes, that's the darkness speaking to us. So the middle mouse button is going to allow you to actually physically attack with your little snake friends, your shoulder demon snakes, or whatever you want to call them. And you can do an up and down or a left and right slashing motion, depending on, you know, the given situation. But yeah, pretty cool. Spacebar for jump, very standard. Hallucination. The main character in this story lost his girlfriend. It's one of those sad love stories. Alright, so up and down slash to break the circuit board, allowing me into the barber shop. And then check this out. Grabbing enemies with Q, hitting one, time for execute. Oh man. It's funny because this game seems to pull from a lot of things, Aliens being one of them. Obviously as well, being The Darkness 2, this is a sequel. I'm sure you could figure that out. Yeah, it's nothing that, you know what I mean. Think of genius, Darkness 2, but yes, this is a sequel. Now, I don't have any experience with the first game, to be quite honest with you. I'm actually really sad because after playing through the demo of this, I kind of wish I had played the first game. But this was quite enjoyable. Let's continue to go through the motions. You can pick up a gun from a range by hitting Q. Q, again, is going to basically send out your little demon shoulder buddies. And look at this is amazing. Grabbing doors of cars gives you a shield, essentially. You'll notice time slowed down a little bit as we went beneath the light. A couple things happen. When you go beneath the light, you can't use your darkness powers, so those your two little demon friends become unusable. You also don't regenerate health at that point. So it's very important to do one of two things: avoid the light or shoot out the light. Now you're able to pick up ammo and weapons by hitting E, or you can use Q to pick it up from a distance. It's really up to you, one of those situational things. You can see there I just picked up, I believe that was a newspaper post. And I used that to hurl at that guy. But something's going on, I don't know, giant explosion. And then we meet our companion in this game, and this thing is a riot. Look at that guy.
You again. Was wondering when you were gonna show up.
I got a staccato. He's over here. You're not so tough now, are you?
Here he comes to save the day. This is your monkey companion. Apparently he's British. Monkey demon.
Hello, monkey. It's been too long. Give us a hug.
I'll pass, but thanks for the help.
Methane.
What's that smell?
You tell me. I came from your noggin. Would you forget that already? Come on then, let's move.
And I'm pretty sure he's got like a squirrel or a raccoon on his head. So this is your companion, and he just kind of chills out with you and helps you with things. I think he adds a very interesting dynamic as well to the storyline while playing the game. You know, funny things are said by him, or when people see him, they're like, "What is that, a monkey?" So you grab the door and destroy it. Found a relic, that's awesome. And coming up, oh yeah, left shift to sprint. Again, kind of standard controls there. Now these shrines allow you to purchase talents, and again, just something, it's an interesting dynamic to what typically would be kind of a standard shooter. This isn't exactly true, but I almost feel like this is a mix between Darksiders and a first-person shooter. I almost feel that, but that's not exactly true. All right, so you can see various buffs here. Take a look at that. Combat belt, increase ammo for weapons. And then there's further down the line, there are additional talents that you can unlock. It just requires more points. And I'll work my way through. You've got health executions, which upon executing someone allows you to regen health. And this is actually the one that I end up selecting. In addition to that, yeah, right over there. So there you have it. And I will be going with that, and again, you can see I could go further down the line. So now I've got the ability to eat hearts to regenerate health, which I did there. And I also have the ability to execute to regenerate health. So I have two ways of regenerating health now. And it's interesting because with those talent points, it really lets you play the game how you want to. With something like what I selected, if I'm going down the tree to regenerate health, and you know, it's more of a melee focus using your demon abilities, as opposed to a shooter focus, where if you were to go for more focus on ammo or something like that, it lets you, play this more like a first-person shooter. So I like that. I like that dynamic. You have that choice. And of course, as you can see here, headshots are possible. You can get them in this game. It's not, as with any type of shooter, it's something that is an option for you. And like I said, I think that there is a lock-on center mass upon zooming, so it's simple enough that you just have to lock on center mass and then go slightly up. I mean, that's how in most games you will be getting headshots that have any kind of lock-on center mass with zooming. But I can also go up close like I will here and use my melee. Slash him a bit and then eat his heart. Because why not, right? If you have the option to eat something's heart to regenerate health, why wouldn't you? I see no reason. You can carry up to 2 weapons at any given time. It's going to be left hand, right hand, or dual wielding. You may be wondering why I'm not dual wielding at all. I actually prefer to just use this so that I can zoom. Because when you're dual wielding, you can't zoom. It'll just fire the alternate weapon if you hold down right mouse button. Whereas with one weapon, right mouse button is going to zoom in. So I prefer that. The other thing too, you know, save up some ammo. Because I did notice in this game you can run out of ammo kind of quickly. So you're gonna notice again when I'm in the light, things slow down, and the demon shoulder things. I don't even know what they call those. I'm sure they've got a specific name, and huge fans of darkness will rage at me. But
you lost Jenny because you couldn't control the darkness, and now you're going to lose everything you cherish because you don't have the sense to accept your limitations. Break his will. He will beg us to take it from him.
And now that we've basically gone through all of the basic controls and have a firm grasp on the game, now is when the combat gets interesting, because now, you know, you've unlocked abilities, you know all of the keys you need to do to activate, you know, whatever, your slashes, how to shoot the weapon, all that basic stuff is figured out. Now you're gonna see me shoot out the lights here, and this is because I want to be able to use my demon abilities. But yes, you will notice whenever I walk through the light, my shoulder demons will pull back. They don't like it. They're not a fan of the light at all. And boom, headshot. So you see that? Notice how they pull back there, and then they return once I'm in the darkness again. So shooting out the lights is going to be a good idea. Sit nice and safe in that darkness, and then eat some hearts, huh? Oh, that's great. How gruesome. I'll be going back to no longer dual wielding. We got that doofus. Eat his heart out. With that too, it does seem pretty easy. I'm not sure about difficulty modes in this game. I'm assuming that there will be various difficulties because most games have it, but in the demo that's not something that was made available. But I'm gonna assume that that's the case. And now you're gonna see me. I can regen health through my executions. There you go. Just a little head whip there. I guess I was at full health anyways, though. And let me just hurl something at his face, huh? Because I can. That's why. Nice and close to some melee combat. But I also suppose that in that sense it's not much different from... I mean, yes, visually it's incredibly different. But in the sense that, you know, most shooters do have a melee combat mechanic. A lot of times it'll be a knife or a weapon butt or something like that. So in that sense it plays a lot of the same way, except I think that the interesting dynamic that is added through just the craziness of what is going on with slicing people in half with demon tentacles and ripping them into pieces, it makes it worth my time. I'm definitely gonna say I quite enjoyed this demo, and I did read up a little bit on the game itself, and it looks like there's going to be a 4-player co-op mode in the game, so I could see that also being a lot of fun. I think that playing this game with friends could certainly be quite enjoyable. So long as the difficulty scales, of course, because if it doesn't scale, then it just would become super incredibly easy. But again, that's one of those basics that you just have to assume that the developer will take care of. I mean, that'd be like a huge thing to miss, not scaling difficulty or multiple people. So I don't even know what I'm talking about, to be perfectly honest with you. Alright, a couple more baddies to take care of. Try to get some headshots whenever possible, just like there. And then let's get some more ammo. And here comes a train, so watch out. You're safe. So the darkness that I'll say infests me, or possesses me, maybe that's a better term. The darkness that possesses you in this game really doesn't want you to die, and there'll be multiple situations where you very well should have died. I mean, it's all cinematic situations, like something that you're forced into. But there'll be situations where it saves you. And look at this, he is pissing on corpses. That's what's happening. And that's, again, playing back to the comedic aspect of the game. What makes this kind of humorous. As if ripping someone's head off with a tentacle monster. Was it humorous enough? You have a monkey that pees on things. I love headshots with these as well, huh? It's so easy with automatic weapons. Center mass and fire. The recoil gives you headshots. Oh, it's so fun. Alright, so, a couple more baddies to take care of here. Ammo's running low. Like I said, I feel like you do run out of ammo pretty quick, but there seem to also be plentiful guns on the ground from dispatched enemies, so it's not like it's a huge problem. And turn around and slash them. It's a disarm kill. Whatever that's supposed to mean. Here's one of those examples of the cinematics that save you. You're about to die, I know now, in the darkness. As bad as it is for you, it's also a lifesaver. Go figure, huh? Here we are, back at present day. Coughing up blood. How terrible.
Jenny.
Jenny's dead, you idiot. Focus. Give me the darkness, or your dear old Aunt Sarah is worm food.
I can't.
You leave me no choice but to use the siphon, Mr. Peevish.
The binding rituals are nearly prepared. Won't be long now.
Good. Keep working him over. I want him as weak as possible when the ritual begins.
This guy's gonna get what's coming to him in just 1 second. So there's the darkness telling me to resist, giving me a little extra strength necessary to forge my way through this situation. And ooh, spike in the head. That never helps. Shot him midair. And then take out the light, because light is terrible. Riddance.
Get outside and lock the fucking door.
And I don't understand why we don't just shoot him here, but
so don't ever say you
guess that ruined the narrative.
Choice. You brought this on yourself, and you've brought it on your family. I was only trying to help you. You won't die, Jackie. The darkness won't let you, but by the time you get out, your Aunt Sarah will be gutted and boned, and you'll have gained nothing. Think about just how powerless you are, because next time, I won't ask so nicely.
And that is it, my friends. The Darkness 2. I want to thank you so much for watching this episode of Demo Up. Hopefully you enjoyed the game. And I'll tell you right now, it's worth taking a look at. If you like shooters with a little bit of dark variety, this is going to be the game for you. Once more, developed by Digital Extremes, published by 2K Games. The demo is now available on the Steam store for download. Now the game will be launched on February 7th, 2012, so if you'd like the full version of the game, you can get it then. And it's going to cost $49.99. Alright guys, thanks so much again for watching. As always, if you like the content, please subscribe. And don't forget guys, keep watching and keep owning.